Hey, are you a web designer and you prescribe a solution to your clients before you actually diagnose their problem? You do it the opposite way around. You have a website which is a hammer, and everything you see is a nail. And so you're just hitting nails down. You're just telling all your clients that all their problems, nails, can be solved with your hammer. But the reality is, clients have different problems that need different solutions. Now, I'm not saying that you have to build a totally new solution every time, but what you do need to do is understand their problem and relate that problem back to your solution. And so if you have an issue with clients asking you to reduce your prices, if you are undercharging and you know you should be charging more, but you can't get better prices, and if clients are always pushing back on your price, then what you need to do is learn how to diagnose before you prescribe a solution. What you need to do is become more like a doctor. So think about a doctor. They have great respect in the community. They charge enormous prices, especially the specialists, and we all trust them, and we do pretty much everything they say. And the reason are many, but one of them is this. Whenever you go to a doctor, you sit down in the chair and you say, I've got a problem, and they say, does it hurt when you lift your hand up? Does it hurt when you move your arm around like this? Does it hurt when I press here? And every time they ask you a question and you say yes, it builds credibility, and you start to trust them, because what they're doing is asking you great questions that actually you start to describe your problem. And there's a great quote by a psychologist called White Woodsmall, and it says, when you can articulate someone's problem better than they can, they'll automatically and unconsciously credit you with having the solution. And that's what you need to do. You need to be like a doctor, diagnose the problem through asking questions, and then you need to prescribe a solution. And if you can do that, you'll build more trust and credibility with your prospects, and more of them will convert at a higher rate. So let me show you how I do this in my business. So there's a 3-step formula that I use. The first thing I do is I diagnose. And so I ask lots of questions. When I start an initial meeting with a client, I'm not there just blurting out and spewing up everything that I can do for them and teaching them what I can do and raving on about my solution. The first thing I do in the first half of the meeting is I diagnose. I ask 3 amazing questions. Firstly, I say, where do you want to be in 12 months' time with your business? What does it look like? What is the growth you want to see? What are the things you want to see happening? Then I bring them back to today and I say, where are you right now in relation to those things? Where are you now? And then they describe that to me. And finally I say, what's stopping you from getting to your goal? Like, what are the problems? And the clients, sometimes for the first time, they're really articulating these things verbally for the first time to somebody. And it builds authority, not only because you get the information out of them, but also because you're allowing them to speak. And what you do is you then take that information that they say to you, and then you confirm that information back to them. Okay, so you say, you told me that you don't have many leads coming through your website, and you need those leads so that you can get more leads to close more sales so that you can grow your business. And then you say the next thing, you told me that you get lots of traffic, but no one ever calls. So what you need is more people calling so that you can grow your business. And what you're doing is confirming it back to them so they know you understand how they feel and what they actually need. See how we're not saying, I've got a hammer, I've got a website, and everything's a nail, so you hit everything. What you're saying is, what is your unique problem? And let's see if we can make it fit, if my solution can fit the solution to your problem. And the third thing I do is I prescribe. So I then, when I get agreement from them that, yes, you have summed up my problems perfectly, Marlon, I then say, well, let me prescribe a solution. And so the solution to this problem of traffic coming in and nobody calling is a lead magnet that we're going to install on your website, and that will capture people's email addresses, and that will solve this problem. This prescription of a lead magnet will solve this problem. And I just systematically go through all the problems they've got, and I show them how every feature of the website actually solves each one of those problems. And that there is what I do to actually understand the problems my clients have. understand what problems I need to solve, map my website features to their problems, and that's why I can get higher prices. That's why I can get a higher conversion rate. And that's how I can get clients or prospects looking at my price and saying, that's reasonable to me, you know? So I have a higher price, and the reason I have a high conversion rate is my clients say, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see that problem will be solved by that. So let's go ahead. And so I want to encourage you, if you want to get higher prices, if you want a higher conversion rate, if you want your clients happy to pay the prices that you are giving them in your quotes, then you need to diagnose before you prescribe a solution. And so if you're listening to this and you're thinking, wow, I don't do that in my business, I need to start doing that, I want to encourage you to book in a strategy call with me. It's basically a 15-minute chat where we'll brainstorm some of these concepts and we'll see if we can apply them into your business. And at the end of that call, you'll be very clear on some of the tactics you can use to actually scale and grow your business. So around this video somewhere, there's some sort of link or button that you can click, book in a time in my calendar. I look forward to speaking to you soon.